here it is.
It's not so bad.
Well, let's head in. This week on the Transcript Supernatural, we go to Northampton's most haunted rural homes. On October 13th, 1951, 16-year-old girl Dorothy Cohen was strangled to death in her basement by her younger brother. Many reports of tenants living in this complex claim that this basement has since been haunted, with reports of flickering lights, carved symbols in the ground, items going missing, and a strong wind despite it being underground. What do you think?
It's a real nail biter.
What was that?
The stair.
A clue!
This is the Bible.
Boo! Hi everyone, I'm Dorothy. I died like 20 years ago. Kind of just been chilling here, because can't really leave.
Why do you wear modern clothes?
Oh, well, sometimes people leave their clothes down there, so I take them. I write or draw, because that's fun, but I'm not very good at it. And sometimes I turn the lights on and off. It says Dorothy.
So you're not a super scary demon?
No. I mean, not more than most.
Hi, I'm Avery.
And I'm Jordan.
Welcome to the Transcript.
This week we will look into the relationship between the football team and the marching band.
Talk with Grammy-nominated artist Priya Darshini.
Culture Shock checks out the skate park in Holyoke.
And MERS Mobile Games dives into Candy Crush.
On Saturday, Hamas, a Palestinian political party backed by Iran, attacked Israel, killing and taking many citizens hostage. Israel has declared war and is preparing to invade the Gaza Strip, where the Hamas govern over 2 million Palestinians. This week, the second largest Hindu temple in the world was opened in New Jersey. It took 12 years and 12,000 volunteers to build. The temple is the largest outside of Asia, spanning 185 acres. I'm Eli Hirnandani, and thanks for watching.
Marching band and football teams are two popular activities at NHS. The marching band plays a very important role in keeping the spirit and morale alive during football games, but with recent rain, not only the football team, but also the band's schedule has been affected. We spoke to members of the band and players on the football team to further understand the relationship between these two.
The marching band schedule being tied to the football team, it makes it so when an event like rain happens, it's kind of hard to reschedule the marching band, which happened the first game when we got rained out. But generally, it just makes the whole experience a lot better because we have solidified points of when we're going to be performing at the beginning of the year, and we can schedule our entire show around that. The marching band being tied to sports, it affects the music in a big way. We play a lot more popular music, a lot more up-to-date music. We try to get new songs every year, but we can't always do that because they're pretty expensive. But we play a lot of music that will get people hyped up for the games. The marching band has an interesting effect on the football game where we kind of add some sort of excitement to the game, some sort of effect that we kind of make the game a little bit more hyped up. We play in intervals, we play during touchdowns, we play during halftime, and it gives this kind of environment where there's not like a moment of nothing happening. There's always something going on, and it's always exciting.
The band helps us very much in our team spirit. You know, when we're feeling down, we appreciate the band very much. It really helps with our team energy, and I feel like it gets the den hype if we have a lot of people there.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to support the football team and the band, make sure to go to the next football game. See you next week.
This past Friday, Grammy-nominated artist Priya Darshini performed at the NHS Auditorium during third period. Priya Darshini is a singer and composer who combines her love for jazz and classical Indian music to create her pieces. Today we spoke with her about her career and with the band director about her performance.
So I was approached for this opportunity by the Arts Council, which is a group of people that work downtown. They are responsible for First Night Northampton. They're responsible for Arts Night Out, and they put together amazing events in our community. Last year, they reached out to me regarding the opportunity to write a grant to get Priya Darshini and her amazing group of musicians to come to our school. We very much enjoyed her performance at last Friday and Saturday night at the Academy.
Well, what inspired me to combine my love for jazz and Indian classical music basically comes from just the type of music I've grown up listening to. And I think jazz has so many similarities. When I was growing up, I was exposed to Miles Davis and Ella Fitzgerald. And, you know, those were the first two jazz artists I heard, and my mind was fully blown. And from then on, I just started to dive in deeper and deeper into jazz, and it's been so exciting. And that said, my music also reflects many other styles of music, from around the world. So how did I get into music? I've been immersed in music since I was so young. I can't even remember a time that I was not. My family has always been into music. As a child, you know, even before I was born, my mother was exposing me to music. My dad was exposing me to music. My grandmother would sing to my mom all the time, apparently. And so when I was a child, I think my mother was my first teacher. She started teaching me how to sing. And then my grandmother was my teacher for many years. She still is my teacher even after she's long gone. Are there any pieces that mean a lot to me? There's so many, to be honest. I've done a lot of work in many different diverse styles of music. I feel very connected to everything that I've done. This last record that I put out, Periphery, was especially meaningful to me because not only did it point those walls out to me, it also broke down my walls, my internal walls that kept me from growing as a person. It really helped me process a lot. So that piece that whole album to me is very special. I love the song Loneliest Star very much. It's amazing how it's taken new shapes every time I perform. I play that piece and it connects to people so deeply. I see music as my calling. I see that music has the power to heal. And I feel that music and the arts of all kinds can move people in ways that nothing else can. It's a feeling that you have and you can't express yourself in words or put it down, but you can feel it. And I think every human being deserves that. So I feel like it's my duty to serve in that way, to use my calling, and how lucky am I? What a privilege I have to have something that I love doing, something that's been a gift. To have the gift of this art is a privilege. And I believe that I need to be sharing this privilege.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check the Daily Bulletin to discover more performance at the high school.
The Holyoke Skate Park was constructed in 2013, located in Pulaski Park in Holyoke, funded by the previous mayor of Holyoke, Alex Morse. The park had a budget of $250,000, and the design of the park was decided at a meeting in which many local skateboarders attended to give their opinions on how to make the park accessible, while also keeping the flow of the park and including obstacles for more experienced / able-bodied skateboarders. Compared to the current state of the Northampton Skate Park, the Holyoke Skate Park has a much more supportive and diverse community of skaters, scooter riders, and bikers. Support for the skate park doesn't just come from the people who use it, but also the citizens of Holyoke who pass by the skate park while walking through Pulaski Park.
I've been skating for, math's not my best subject, but I'm 54 and I started skating around 1983, so 40 plus 5 years, something like that. Skate park I visit the most, I probably come down here more regularly just because it's close to my house. 'Cause I live in Holyoke. I live right up the street here. It's like 7 minutes or something. But I'm a big fan of Northampton Pool because it's real big. It's got all pool coping. There's all good parks around here though. Agawam used to be cool. It's a little different now since they redid it. I mean, skateboarding the curb, you know, just it's what you make it, you know. I mean, skateboarding is the sickest thing ever, you know, without a doubt.
I've been skating for too long, it feels like sometimes, but in I think around 2.5, 3 years, I visit Holyoke Skate Park. It's like a second home to me, is the reason why. It also is like 5 minutes away from my house too, so that's cool. I feel conflicted about the Holyoke Skate Park. I love the community, but some things the city could do better. Probably not have the cops show up so often for no reason. Also, probably a sharps container would be helpful and a water fountain. We've been pushing for those for years, and they made us a misting station, which in the wintertime and summer isn't really helpful since we don't want to get our clothes wet, but we want to keep skating. So a water fountain would be nice. And again, just reiterating the fact that, you know, people use heroin here, unfortunately, and they leave their needles everywhere, so we should probably get a sharps disposal container. I think the park benefits Holyoke by the fact that it can make a stronger community than I've ever seen. I've met so many lifelong friends through here. Like, I've met so many connections through music, skateboarding, tattoos, art. It's basically just a all over great community, and everybody else here is like super caring.
Thanks for watching Culture Shock.
Hi, I'm Travis.
And I'm Michael.
And welcome back to Murs Mobile Games. We're on the hunt to discover the most popular mobile games.
The ones you can play on school Wi-Fi.
This week we discovered Candy Crush.
A match-3 puzzle game where players swap and swipe to match candies to move on to the next level and achieve high scores.
We talked to NHS teachers about their opinion on the game and the stigma surrounding the older age groups playing it.
Because it's fun. At first, I started playing with friends that I have online, but I think it's just me now.
Well, I mean, I've played Candy Crush because it's mindless and entertaining.
So Candy Crush is the game that I download, play for about a week, get a lot of levels, and then I get tired of it and I delete it. And then a year later, it just comes back. It's like a virus.
I play Candy Crush every day.
Well, I felt like I downloaded Candy Crush and then I played it for a week straight. And then I realized that I needed to go do other things. And so I got it off my phone.
Right now, I'm more involved in killing zombies in other games, but I do crush some candy now and again. It's one of those things like it's a brain eater when you're eating zombie brains or non-zombie brains. Candy Crush, it's just one of those things that just sucks away your time in a good way.
I'm on level 2000.
However far you can get in a week. That's how far I got in Candy Crush.
I'm off right now, but it's one of those things like I'll get into hundreds and then I'll forget and I'll start over, so I can't really answer right now.
I don't recommend it actively, but if somebody asked me about it, I would recommend it.
Not who need to do anything. If you need to do anything else, don't play Candy Crush.
I think it's fun. It's why not play a little bit, because it's your life, enjoy it how you will, and how can you enjoy things more than Candy Crushing?
I do believe there's a stigma around Candy Crush for older people. I just feel like it's a game mostly older people play, and part of it was very, very popular about 10 years ago, and that's when most people started playing. That's when I started playing. And
I don't believe there's any stigma surrounding playing Candy Crush as long as nobody knows you're doing it.
Dude, I love playing games. Old people, young people, why you gotta like talk that way? Just let me be who I am.
Because you're old.
And haters, I'm just gonna shake.
Thanks for watching Murs Mobile Games. Tune in next week to see what game we discover next.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Game Show. This week we have
Kai.
Ellie.
This week we're playing Deal or No Deal.
In this game, contestants will pick briefcases with money between 1 cent and $50. Each round, they will eliminate down the total number of cases until there are only 2 left.
I'll let you go first, Ellie.
12.
Number 12 had $12.06. That is now eliminated.
Okay, I'm gonna pick number 10.
Number 1. Big money. Right?
You lost that.
I think I'm gonna pick briefcase number 3.
Case number 3 is $25.
I'm sensing a really bad outcome for this game.
So this is the banker. I've been watching the contestants closely, and they've knocked out quite a bunch of big money this round. So my offer is $11 because they don't deserve any more than that right now. I'll see you next round.
Now listen, I'm a Jew, so my mother always raised me to go for the most money possible, and I know that I could potentially have $50. And I'll tell you, I want $50. And I don't want your terrible deal of $11, and I don't know who you think is going to take that. Okay, but you must be delusional. No deal.
My offer to the contestants this round is $16.50.
That's at least 1 Big Mac.
I think it's a little more than 1 Big Mac. I'm really hungry. I think I might be 4 Big Macs hungry. No deal.
I'm like 1 Big Mac hungry right now, so I mean, also it's only $16, so like no deal.
Kind. Pick a case.
I hate the number 11. Knock off that number 11 case.
$3.50.
I'm gonna have to go with number 2 on this one.
Number 2 was 1 cent. Both of you decide on a case together.
Not 5.
Not 5?
Yeah.
Okay, we're leaving 5?
We're leaving 5. Let's go 9.
$40.
We didn't agree on that, Ty. No, I wasn't. Game show is scuffed. They didn't do that. We didn't agree on that. That is scuffed. This is scuffed.
So for my final offer, contestants, I offer you this proposition. Kai, you have case 4. Ellie, you have case 7. The only case left on the playing field is case 5. Do either of you wish to swap your current case with case number 5?
I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna swap to make it interesting. Give me that other briefcase.
Okay. Now, Ellie, do you want 4?
I don't want 4. I want my briefcase.
Who wants the case revealed first?
I think Kai should go first.
I'll go first. Open my case, baby. Open it. Come on, let's go. You're gonna be left with a quarter. You can't even get a Big Mac. You're gonna get a quarter Mac.
In case number 5, there was 25 cents.
I always win. I always win.
You win $50. What do you get spend it on?
6 or 7 Big Macs.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to buy your Homecoming Masquerade Ball tickets before school next week.
Homecoming will be Saturday, October 21st.
See you next week.